Intel. You know them, I know them, even though I've been using AMD chips these past few years, and chances are, if you've really taken a peek at any pre-built computer, you've probably seen their stickers somewhere on the darn thing. But Intel wasn't always the behemoth that we know them to be today. Like all things, they had to begin somewhere. To learn more about their beginnings, let's go all the way back to their very first chip, the 3101. But first, a word from our sponsor, Nobody. Nobody watches these videos all the time. Be more like nobody. All the way back in the before times of 1969, Intel was but a tiny upstart of a company, looking forward to its first product launch. They wanted to ensure that it was ahead of the competition, and so they developed not one, not two, but three separate products at once, each one based on a different technology. In the end, it was ultimately the 3101, a small 64-bit static RAM chip using bipolar transistors, that won out. Compared to its sibling, the 256-bit 1101, produced using MOS, or metal oxide semiconductor, technology, the 3101's capacity of 64 bits was laughable. What, you thought I was talking bits like the 64-bit address space of the processor in your computer? Nah, I'm talking memory capacity. Now, tangent aside, yes, the 3101's capacity is absolutely puny compared to what's available today, and even to an extent what was available back then, but at the time it was fast, and it was fast. That's all it had to be in order to get the Intel ball rolling. Ultimately, this chip and other memory products from Intel would carry the company for a while, and in fact was actually their primary source of income. And then IBM knocked on the door. But that's for another video. For now, let's take a look at the chip itself.
Alright, so here is the Intel C3101. Let's get the camera to focus on it. And yeah, it's a pretty simple little thing. It's got, let's see, 8 pins on each side, so just a little 16-pin package. This specific one is the variant C3101, with the C standing for ceramic, which is what the packaging of the chip is. And more specifically, this is the sub-variant of the C3101, where there are gray stripes on the otherwise white packaging. So let's just get the chip out of the anti-static foam for a moment. And I'm also wearing ESD safe gloves as well. I use these normally when I'm working on like computing projects and stuff. So let's just turn this around to the back, make sure we don't bend any pins while we do that. So there's the back side, just the pins, and then here's the front again. Get it to focus. Come on. No, don't focus on my gloves. There we go. Let's actually use these tweezers to hold it, just so that then I don't accidentally have it hook onto the gloves. So yeah, let's just grab onto it a little bit better. Just hold onto the side there. So there's the 3101 front, side, and you can see the metal lid is actually soldered to the packaging itself. And there's a little like ground line right there running out. Oh. Well, that's the first time I've dropped something like this. At least on camera. But, you know, these chips are, you know, fully packaged and stuff. They tend to be a bit more sturdy. Like, I've dropped the Intel Pentium before, and that did do a bit of damage to the pins. There's a socket 7 Pentium. But yeah, with something this small, I'm not nearly as worried. Though, then again, the bond wires on the inside could get knocked loose. Hopefully that didn't happen, but you know, I mainly got this as a collectible item, obviously. I do actually have the data sheets for it that I was able to find on the internet, and it works more or less like any other static RAM. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. It's on my tablet, so it might actually take a moment. But yeah, it's got this shiny gold-plated top. It's definitely quite worn from whatever previous life it had in whatever machine. But, well, if it was actually used at some point, then it was definitely socketed first of all, because if it wasn't, then I would have seen some solder just like coating the pins. But as you can see, those are actually pretty freaking clean. The text is quite faded as well, though, so that's another thing about it. Okay, let's open up the data sheet. These gloves are not good for using on touchscreens. Let's just stare at that for a moment while I open it. Open that. Oh. Come on, focus. Why no focus? There we go. Okay, let's get the gloves back on. And let's just detach that. And full screen. There we go. So let's just put this aside, zoom back out again, and here is the datasheet. Let's just adjust the camera a bit. Intel 3101, 16 by 4 bit, which is just 64 bits, high speed RAM, and yeah, there's the pin configuration there. It works like basically any other parallel static RAM, which means that it's got address lines, data lines, and then just a bunch of chip selects, stuff like that, just to keep it from reading and writing information when it's not supposed to, block diagrams, so on and so forth. And interestingly, it's actually quite fast, even compared to current chips. If I can find where it was mentioned, here it is. AC characteristics. Focus. Okay. AC characteristics. Minimum access time for chip select to output is between 5 and 17, so on, so forth. And that's actually not all that bad. But then again, it is static memory. It's not DRAM, which does require constant refreshing. And so the effect of that is that really it effectively is able to access whatever is stored inside it the moment that you send a signal to the address button. Okay, I am rambling now, so let's just stop the video.
I'd also like to say thank you for watching. This is the first episode of my little experimental series covering technology, preferably the stuff that I've been able to get my hands on. If you like this sort of content, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel, as that's how I've been able to, know that y'all like this sort of content. I'll definitely still be making Minecraft videos and other random crap like that harmonica video that I made before, but yeah. I just like to make those sort of videos. This is fun as well, just more informational content on the side. So don't worry about those going away anytime soon. Thanks for watching.